Hello and welcome to Shad's Voice, where I usually have a topic that I would get from a topic generator. I would come up with my own. Haven't been using the topic generator for a while, but I try to come up with a topic either way, and then we'll talk about it until I can't anymore. And it's been a bit, it's been over a month, I think, since my last Shad's Voice, which at the time of recording this was the one on depression, which, yeah, if it wasn't obvious from the last one, I suffer with depression. Quite a few people do, but I'm not going to focus on that right now. Basically, this one is almost sort of a life update in a way. I don't know, I guess. Putting it as a life update, what's going on. Um, At the current moment, I have switched from working part-time to full-time for the first time, actually, in my life of working. And I've been working for like over 9 years now, but two different jobs. My first one, as I've explained, I've worked at for nearly 7 years. So this one, I'm barely reaching uh 2 years. I still got until January for that. But yeah, first ever job I've ever switched to full time uh was not a option I wanted to make, but the decision that led to that was more along the lines of I was getting a major hour cut, was taking a major hit on hours, and that was basically, in a way, driving me insane, like no other. I don't know, but you hear of people. I said I wasn't going back to depression, but I guess this sort of ties into it. Um, you know, as someone who has depression, or the easiest way to not focus on something is by doing something else. Well, for me, my escape from home, my escape from everything going on in my own head, was to basically go to work and to keep working in a way, but not like trying to overdo myself, um, or overdo anything at the beginning, should I say. Just basically focus on something that was not focusing on what I was feeling and going through, and still having like some time to rest. Well, eventually I was getting way too much time of not doing anything, and yes, that affects you when things are just not going the way you want them to, and uh, it just was driving me insane. So yeah, I'm full time now to make sure that my hours cannot be cut like they were again. Usually I was working like 30 plus hours, 35 sometimes. Still only had like 2 days a week off at that time, but then it kind of went to three. There's a whole history. It went from 2 days off to 3 days off, and then when this happened, that my hours got majorly cut, I started falling to below 20 hours or barely 20 hours. Then it was going to like 10 hours or less, between 2 days a week that I've actually worked. So it was bad. It's pretty bad. And being an adult, that really sucks because there's things you need to pay for. And not only that, it's like you can't even buy anything you want or get anything you want if you don't have money, right? Well, Yeah. Um, so going to that, like I said, life update, I'm now full time, which means working 40 hours a week, 2 days off a week, currently settled for Wednesday and Saturdays off. Uh, it's been like 3 weeks now since I transitioned, and it was rough going from crappy hours to full time working a lot. And it's also been rough on my job because it turns to hell in the evening hours with less people and a lot more work to do. So it has kind of been killing me and my body and like killing my motivation to do stuff too sometimes, being very tired, even falling asleep a hell of a lot faster and easier than I used to. Um, and for those who didn't know, basically I was an insomniac for my last job. I mean, I stay up I very late usually. And this is also the problem of why I hated having so many days off because my sleep schedule, if I even managed to have one, was wrecked. Kind of almost sort of getting back on track, but still not falling asleep probably earlier than 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But that's, like I said, a hell of a lot better than what I used to have, where I could basically almost pull an all-nighter and just not sleep at all. Um, but that came from my last job anyway, so that was nothing new. So, what this means currently, well, being tired means I'm not gonna get to probably game as much. Still have a crap ton of videos. Certain days, like I said, still can only record. Prefer it when I'm home alone. No distractions, no noises, no nothing. Even now, I'm currently home alone, so this is why I'm recording this, and I'll probably upload it as soon as I'm done with it. Um, because, like I said, it's a life update. I don't know if I should be apologizing for this, but at the same time, uh, well, it could be annoying. I understand this. Video-wise, content I'm uploading, and it has never changed, I would say. I've always focused on one story-based game at a time, and then I would have a backup game that was just easier to upload. Still true. Used to do it for Phasmophobia. That was a backup game. Story-based games were like God of War, Back 4 Blood, stuff like that. Before that, you know how it went. Currently, being the story-based game is Life is Strange, or was Life is Strange. Now it's Life is Strange Before the Storm, which I made a poll on. People, and by the way, if people didn't realize, I try to let you know sometimes when I'm up to or what I'm planning on doing. I make posts, I make statuses. Sometimes I try to want to know what you want me to do. I want to hear from you guys. So I made a poll probably, I don't know, 2 months ago or something now. Uh, Whenever I finished the first Life is Strange, where you wanted me to go, on what the next game was, Life is Strange Before the Storm or Stray, which two people voted on Life is Strange Before the Storm, so that's why I'm playing it now. Get that out of the way. I will probably have Stray next. Um, Eventually, but now that Resident Evil 4 Remake Separate Ways is released, slash, I will eventually play it. I'm gonna be a little delayed on that, but I promise I think I will be able to play it Friday night, which is tomorrow. My time, for those people who might be ahead of me, and upload some on Saturday. Depending on how much I play, I should be able to play quite a bit because like I said, I'm off Saturday. Bad thing about this week is not only am I working overtime after about 3 weeks of being full time, I am now working. Wait, did I say? I don't know. Working full time, but 3 weeks after being full time, I'm officially on overtime this week. I've worked for a coworker today who actually was one of the people I trained. He needed somebody to work for him, so I did. So I'm actually on overtime. I was supposed to be off today, but I was not. Um, Fun fact there. But thing is, okay, so what I was getting on about that, if all of the Dead by Daylight videos are annoying you, I'm sort of sorry, but I'm not sorry at all. It's kind of my in-between now. I will eventually have episode 2 of Life is Strange Before the Storm going up. Hopefully pretty quickly. I know I'm trying to break them up, but it's kind of hard to do because, like I said, Dead by Daylight is like the fastest, easiest one to get out there because, believe it or not, uh, for people who don't realize, even if I don't upload them all at the same time, I record by sessions. And what I mean by I record by sessions is I play more than 2 hours of something at one time. This has not changed. Um, and sometimes I used to upload the whole session at one time. I don't anymore. Especially trying to break this up for like the story-based games, so I had like content to upload. I can't remember where exactly ended that I've started doing that, but like for example, since I'm playing Life is Strange Before the Storm now, I would play the whole episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm, whichever one I'm on. So currently, like I said, episode 2 will go out eventually. So I play the whole episode for. I did this for both games. Play the whole episode in one session. That's 2 to 3 hours of playing, which I usually start at 11 o'clock. So it's like the time I transfer these, should I say, I transfer them, it takes till 3, 4 a.m. usually to, or later, depending on when I decide I'm gonna if I try to transfer them or not, or just leave it for a different time. I am up that late uh, for those videos, but it's just how I go. I just play the whole session. But as I upload them now, I only do a few videos, so I can have separate times of uploading them. I think you understand what I mean now. But this is what I mean by this is kind of hard to do. Well, not every night I can stay up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, sort of say, play Life is Strange to upload more of that and get it done faster so I can move on to the next game. That's why games like Dead by Daylight, Phasmophobia when I was doing a bunch of it, uh, and things like that are a hell of a lot faster so I can produce more of it. And yeah, I get it can be annoying if you're sick of seeing the same thing, but at the same time, I'm not going to apologize because if I did not do it, you would not be hearing from me. Uh, if that makes sense. And like I said, I am very grateful for those of you who are giving me your time of watching, listening, commenting even. I've noticed I've been getting quite a few comments. Uh, and like I said, I reply back. I even get ones in Russian, which is different. Uh, Google Translate for the win, by the way. I can't speak Russian, but uh, replying in Russian requires me to use Google Translate, even though I don't get anything response back, but still making that effort. Uh, Same if anybody would to comment in a different language, but even knowing even my content is out there reaching to people in Russia is crazy. Um, but yeah, um, basically, I'm saying I am trying my best. I know I can't please everyone. I'm not going to try to. I, I mean, that's always part of my problem in real life too. I try to, but it's like you just can't. And at this point of life, I'm tired of trying to do that. I'm very much, I do not care anymore. I really don't. But this YouTube thing I mentioned, more or less a hobby. Not trying to be professional, never was. Did not think I would have 308 subscribers. I wouldn't have believed it if you told me. Uh, this a long time ago. And I still don't think I deserve it. No, for whatever reason, people are here. Thank you, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like the whole thing is you're not supposed to change yourself for anyone unless you want to. And not because people tell you to. I'm not saying it seems like everybody's aggravated with me. Uh, Maybe a few here and there, but I'm just gonna say, and I'm not gonna throw out names or anything. It's just like, I'm not apologizing for what I'm doing. You're here watching my stuff for some kind of reason, or listening, whatever. If you can't respect what I'm doing, hey, I never said you had to subscribe to me. There's other better content creators out there than me. And I never promote myself. I try to promote my friends. They're great people too. I met a lot of great people through them too. And I'm very glad for when I do get to hang out and play with them too. And it's fun and stuff like that. And currently, it's all on Dead by Daylight. So basically, that's all I had to say. Life is kind of busy at the moment. I'm doing the best I can, trying to get some new content out there. Where I'm going, I have sort of scheduled plan in my head. I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but I know I have this list of things and games that I want to get through. Um, and where. But I'm not saying you can't participate in what or try to give me ideas. Just I ask, and some people pay attention and they reply, some do not. Whatever, it's not like I'm expecting everybody. I mean, more or less, in the end, it comes down that it's my channel. And unless I decide I'm done with it, yeah, nothing changes. So I guess I'm done ranting. This has already been a long one, longer than I expected. If you listen to this, thank you for listening to my rant, I guess. Hopefully all of you are taking care of yourselves. I'm trying my best. Like I said, I'm mostly tired, and things I want to do, I can't do, and believe it or not, I get sick of uploading videos too, but then take a break and then have to come back, or I'm not going to get rid of them, in other words. Um, that kind, and it's just like I have so many videos, but getting them down, getting them uploaded is the fastest way of getting rid of them, so yeah, I can't say what's coming or when, eventually, but when it comes up, it comes up. So hopefully people understand that. Until then, thank you. I will see you if there's another Shad's voice eventually coming. Uh, or tune into my other videos. Like I said, I have playlists of other games that I've played. Not all of them are commentary. Um, not all of them finished. For those who want to go to the Assassin's Creed Valhalla playlist, that isn't commentary. But that is like the longest game, and I still have videos from that I need to upload. I don't know if I'm ever going to touch them again, but I still have them. that freaking that would be my longest playlist of ever, and you guys don't even realize. You think my Phasmo playlist is bad? You don't know how long it took to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla and finish it. Um, but like I said, other games, other content is there to keep you occupied until maybe something different, I would say. Because if you manage to watch every single one of those, I would be more or less impressed and concerned. Until then, bye.